This is the India you never see on TV. The Siddis dance, sing and wrestle their way for their recognition. The Siddis fight for recognition for their culture and ethnicity is embedded in the Sidi tribal dance or Sidi traditional dance. Traditional Sidi dance reflects the Siddis' unique cultural identity throughout India. I was invited to many different Sidi cultural events where they are involved in dance, in sports, in music, and I will be sharing that with you in this video. The Siddis will participate in singing and in many different dance forms, including the famous Damami dance. What is the Damami dance? Damami dance is a traditional Sidi dance that brings African and Indian cultures together. It also reflects the Siddis' passion for hunting. Damami dance is accompanied by the playing of the daman, a drum made of wood and covered with deer skin on each side. Unfortunately, the Siddis have no memories of their original African homeland. They consider themselves African Indian or Indian African. They are very aware of their African roots but no idea where in Africa their ancestors came from. There are some Sidi stories passed from one generation to another that is evident of their ancestors' slavery days from Eastern Africa to Asia. Their ancestors made it clear that Portuguese and the British gagged them, bound them, and dammed them into sailing vessels with only one item from their homeland, and that was the African drum called the Damami drum, and they continue to play this drum up to this day. The Damami dance continues to be an important part to Sidi songs and dance at every Sidi ceremony and festivals. Please be aware that the Portuguese and the British were not the first to bring the East Africans to India and across Asia. The first East African slaves were brought from Abyssinia, present-day Ethiopia, and they were brought in the 11th century by the Arabs, and some Eastern Africans came to India in search for work as merchants, domestic workers, fishermen, and others came to spread a religion. And at that time, the Siddis were known as Habshi, meaning Abyssinia. Abyssinia means people from Ethiopia. The East African slaves became excellent soldiers. Some rose to leadership in the military and others to prime ministers. These gave rise to the term Sidi, meaning African governor. Unfortunately, the majority of the slaves remained poor and exploited. Well, fast forward to today, and you can still see poverty in Sidi communities. The Siddis are scattered in 4 different Indian states, and those states are Karnataka, Gujarat, Maharashtra, and Andhra Pradesh. However, the Siddis of Andhra Pradesh are almost non-existent. There are very, very few Siddis in Andhra Pradesh. Maharashtra has a small group of Siddis, and most of them go to Maharashtra for work. But the most important part for Siddis in Maharashtra is the Janjira Fort, which was built by the Siddis. The Siddis ruled Janjira Fort until 1947. You can watch my Janjira Fort video for full information.
ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ ಅವರನ್ನ ಉಳಿಸಬೇಕು. ಇಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಅಂಕ ಬಂದು ಉತ್ತಮವಾಗಿ ವಿಜಯಪುರದ ಕುಸ್ತಿಪಟು ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿ ಮಂಜುನಾಥ್ ಗೌಡಪ್ಪನವ್ರು ಮೊದಲನೇ ಒಂದು ನಂಬರ್ ಕುಸ್ತಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮಂಜುನಾಥ್ ಗೌಡಪ್ಪನವ್ರು ಬರ್ಬೇಕಪ್ಪ. ಅದೇ ಇದು ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಯಾವುದೇ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಎಸ್ ನೀಲಿ ಪಟ್ಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರತೀಕ್ಷಾ ಮುಗೋಳ್, ಕೆಂಪು ಪಟ್ಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ವಕ್ಸಿಲಿಯ ಹರಿಹರ. ಇದು 55 ಕೆಜಿ ಮೇಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಂತ ಕುಸ್ತಿ ಮಹಿಳಾ ಕದಂಡ ಕೇಸರಿ ಕುಸ್ತಿಗಳು. ಆಗಮಿಸಿರುವಂತಹ ಪೈಲವಾನರಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೀತಿಯನ್ನು ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಮಟ್ಟದ ಮಣ್ಣಿನ ಸ್ಪರ್ಧೆಯನ್ನು ಸಂಘಟಿಸಲು ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅನುಕೂಲತೆಗಳನ್ನ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕದಂಬೋತ್ಸವದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕುಸ್ತಿಪಟುಗಳ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ತುಂಬುವುದೇನೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಅರ್ಪಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ತುಂಬಾ ಚಿತ್ತಾಚಿತ್ತಿನ ಕುಸ್ತಿ. ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಚಡ್ಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಶಾಹಿ ದೇವಕಾರಿ ಜೋರಾದ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಜೋರಾದ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆಯೊಂದಿಗೆ ಶಾಹಿ ದೇವಕಾರಿ ಕೊನೆಯ 3 ನಿಮಿಷ. ಜೋರಾದ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ ಬರಬೇಕು, ನಿಮ್ದು ಜೋರಾದ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಜೋರಾದ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ ಕುಸ್ತಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಶಕ್ತಿ. ಜೋರಾದ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕರು 5-0 ನವ್ಯ ಹಾಗೂ ರಕ್ಷಿತಾ ಬರೀಪ. ನವ್ಯ, ರಕ್ಷಿತಾ,
Most Siddis were brought through the coast of Goa, India. However, it doesn't matter which state the Siddis reside as they gather to celebrate their spiritual leader, Sidi Baba or Baba Go. The Siddis have assimilated and adopted local customs and religious beliefs. Gujarat Siddis have adopted clothing styles prevalent in Gujarat, while the Siddis of Karnataka are dressed like the people of Karnataka. The Siddis of Gujarat used to serve Muslim rulers, and they are Muslims, while those in Karnataka are generally Hindus, Christians, and a smaller number of Muslims. However, all Siddis, irrespective of their religion, they revere Sidi Baba or Baba Go. The shrine of Sidi Baba in Ankola attracts Siddis from all parts of Karnataka during their annual festival or celebrations dedicated to their spiritual leader. And the shrine of Baba Go in the Gujarat village of Ratampur near Bharuch attracts Siddis across India. Siddis of Gujarat speak Gujarati and Hindi and almost zero English. Siddis of Karnataka speak a mixture of languages such as Konkani, Marathi, Kannada, and Hindi.
ವಿಭಾಗದ ಕದಂಬ ಕೇಸರಿ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಯನ್ನ ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಟಾ ಪೆಡ್ರೋ ಫರ್ನಾಂಡಿಸ್ ಸಿದ್ದಿ ಇವರಿಗೆ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾಡಳಿತ ಪ್ರವಾಸೋದ್ಯಮ ಇಲಾಖೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಮತ್ತು ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿ ಇಲಾಖೆ ಯುವ ಸಬಲೀಕರಣ ಮತ್ತು ಕ್ರೀಡಾ ಇಲಾಖೆ
And now the name of village where we're going, what is the name? Bellavakati. Bellavakati, okay.
Okay.
All right. The Sidi people dance, they call this the doll dance. They're getting the dolls ready for this festival. I just landed on the festival. Didn't know. There's a lot going on here.
छत्रपती शिवाजी महाराज की जय संभाजी महाराज की जय भवानी जय शिवाजी जय शिवाजी जय भवानी थँक यू
बोल दे हां
देवबरी करू गावच्या सर लोकांना आणि तसे सोबिनाला सोबिना
मम्मा क्लिक करके कैमरा में खींच दिया
आपने तो बोला ये वीडियो
बाकी आता लगे
गपची मी व्यासन करू
चालू आहे ते तेवढं या घर आले का नाही येतो ते
माधवे काढू आजी का ना दर आजी आम्ही काढतो
There. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Yes, okay, let's go.
खालती घेऊन जाऊ
Good morning.
पुन्हा ते पण खालती आता जाऊन हां
In 2003, the Indian government gave the Siddis status of a scheduled tribe, entitling them to several benefits including quotas in education and employment, and this resulted in the government adding the name Sidi at the end of their names, like a surname or last name. For instance, someone with a name such as Sangeeta Kambreka is officially recognized as Sangeeta Kambreka Sidi in the Karnataka state, and if that same person is from the Gujarat state, then he or she is officially known as Sidi Sangeeta Kambreka. In the Gujarat state, the Sidi name will be the first name of a Sidi person, whereas in the Karnataka state, the Sidi name is the last name, like a surname. During the monsoon season, India's Department of Social Welfare gives every Sidi family dry food hampers comprising of 10 kg of rice, 30 eggs, 1 kg of sunflower oil, 1 kg of sugar, 2 packets of ghee, 1 kg of green lentils, 1 kg of pink lentils, 1 kg of chickpeas, 1 kg of peanuts. The Siddis were also added into India's 2006 Forest Rights Act. This act empowers them as a forest-dwelling tribe to gather and sell non-timber forest produce such as honey and sugarcane. The Siddis have continued dwelling in dense forest, living as hunters. Their forest dwelling was passed on from their ancestors after slavery was abolished. The Sidi ancestors didn't trust the Portuguese and the British slave masters of giving them freedom from slavery. So the Sidi ancestors escaped into the forest, where their children continue to reside up to this day.